Hello, my name is Denise and I thought it's about time we got to know one another a little better. I wanted to tell you a little bit more about my art practice, which over the years has been incredibly varied and really good fun. So I run workshops here at my studio over my shoulder. I also have open studio days regularly, usually about once a month throughout the year. And I'm on the Norfolk-Suffolk border, sort of Lowestoft, Great Yarmouth area. So if you're up here, have a look at my website and see if there's any dates that suit you, and you could pop in and see the studio. I also have been running painting holidays for quite a few years now, and I do some of those around here, a limited number, and those details are on my website, deniseallen.co.uk, but the majority of them have been on the Balearic Islands, and I do this through a company called BalericOutdoorHolidays.com. So have a look at their website too. They do an awful lot of stuff there. But in October I shall be running a trip to Mallorca. Hopefully it will go ahead. It's looking positive, but we just have to wait and see. And next June I will be running a trip to Menorca, which has been the island that I've been to more throughout the years. It's a very special little place. It's a little gem. If you haven't been there and you haven't been painting there, it's somewhere you should really think about going to. It's an amazing place. I love it. So that's the painting holidays. The ones we do around here, I do short breaks, Norfolk, Suffolk. We get a bit of the best of both worlds. So yeah, it's very enjoyable. A few days out painting. We've got the Broads, we've got the coast. It's a beautiful part of the world. I've been working with the SAA for a while, and I met a lot of the other artists from the Artist Demo days when I did the All About Art shows at Islington a few years ago now. They were great shows, really hard work but really good fun. Very big crowds. That was great. And also, again, this is organised through the SAA, but I demonstrate for a couple of companies on Hochanda, the shopping channel, so you might have seen me on there as well. I'd like to show you the variety of work that I do. It's not just the watercolours and acrylics that you've seen me doing so far on the demo days, but I also work in lots of other media. So I'm just going to very briefly go through a few of the other things that I do. And if you'd like to see demos or more information on any of those, put a little note in the comments and I'll see what I can do in future events. I'm going to be focusing on painting outdoors and the painting holidays over the next week. So there'll be little hints, tips, suggestions and some ideas of how the days run. So I hope that gives you a bit of an insight into painting plein air. If you've never tried it, it's definitely worth having a go. A selection of shots here from the painting holiday, but I'll be going into more details later on in the week, what happens on a typical painting day. It's a stunningly beautiful place though. So you can see I love playing with watercolour, so whether it's a traditional style, whether it's simple watercolour or experimental, throwing paint all over the place, it's just a fantastic medium and I love using it. I like painting wild seas in acrylic, but also this is our local beach at Galston. Painting the sea will always be a passion of mine, and I think the challenge is trying to create something that is moving on a flat surface that is still, but still make it have a feeling of life and movement within it. So I'm endlessly fascinated by it, and I will always paint the sea. Another big inspiration for me is the landscape around us. I love travelling, so I'm always painting or getting reference material and sketching when I'm travelling. I like painting in watercolours, oils and acrylics with the landscapes, and I think the world around us is stunningly beautiful, and the challenge of trying to create some of that beauty in a painting is something that I will always enjoy. And just for a change, this is a couple of landscapes that I've done using oil paint. This is something that's a little bit different that I do. This is using the Catalola Dots pen, which creates a pointillist image. So all of this is created using little tiny dots. It's a fascinating way of working, and it's good fun. On this one, I've used the cat's eye. I've added a little bit of watercolour into the painting once the pen had dried off completely. And this is one of the media that I demonstrate on Hochanda. I'm loving the experimentation of working with acrylic pouring. It's incredibly unpredictable, quite difficult to handle, to get it to do what you want it to do. And as you see, I don't like just pouring it out. I try and do something a little bit more involved with it. So I've been having some great fun with that, and who knows where I'm going to take it next, but I'm really enjoying it. This is the Friends pour that you might have seen the video of on my YouTube channel. And this one was a pour that I embellished afterwards. I created the landscape out of what I saw in the image. I've been working on my deconstruction pieces for a few years now, and I think it's something I would like to go into a little bit further. The process involves taking 3 or 4 paintings on a theme, tearing them up, rearranging them and putting them back together again, and then painting them into a new piece. So it's quite involved, it's quite complex, but I love the results of it. You never see the whole painting in one go. This is a life drawing, and I've collaged lots of life drawings into the original piece, and then I paint them back together again so that this painting has lots of images. It's very complex and it's great fun. And this is a landscape one, again 3 or 4 paintings on a theme of a walk along the Thames. I hope you've enjoyed getting to know me a little bit better and having a look at the sort of work that I do, which, as you can see, is quite varied and quite different at times. So I just want to say thank you for joining me, and I hope you enjoy the little snippets that we put out throughout the week.